Hello, 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 Cancers. Welcome, welcome. How you guys doing? We made it through our storm, our snowstorm. Yay, yay. But I hear Texas is really getting pummeled. Just hearing this morning in our travel debriefing for our travel agent. Wow, they're getting ready for another pummeling of snow. So my prayers are all with them down in Texas. Oof, crazy, crazy. Anyway, my name is Patty. I'm an empath that I am here to do your intuitive tarot for the 22nd through the 28th. So we're going to get started here. I don't have any announcements other than there is a full moon on the 27th of this month that's going to pertain into your reading, and it is showing up for a lot of the readings. The other thing is that I am going to try to figure this out. I'll let you guys know next week because all my readings are usually live. However, I'm having knee replacement surgery, so I will be probably out of it for a couple of days. So I might be doing a couple of those days via what do you call it? Recording, so I can do them ahead of time. Because I just don't want to have you guys lose out on any of the readings. So I'll let you know next week. All right. So here we go. This is the 22nd through the 28th, and the cards are hopping all over today. It's been sort of crazy. So we'll see what's going on here. I am going to, for those of you that are brand new, I am going to pull 3 oracles this time. Usually I don't do 3 oracles. I usually just do 2, one for current and one for future, because we don't want to live in the past. However, the divine this week is saying, I want you to do a past because, yeah, you're funny. Because he wants you to focus in on what you're making your decisions, how you're making your decisions, and how the past is sort of relative to why you're making the decisions you are today. So there was a video that I did that he wanted me to do this month on decisions and things like that, and you can go in the playlist and see that. So our first card out is definitely what he is talking about. So if you're brand new, you'll hear me use the divine in a he term. The divine is actually energy, and you can place any kind of name you want on the divine, but you'll hear me use he or God. That's how I do it, or divine or spirit. So let's get started. So we have the butterfly as our past energy, which is all about transformation. You can either choose to transform into something that you have your ambition, your potential that you want for your path and your journey, because it is also the number 7. Number 7 is about passion, and it's about our journey. It is about everything that we have that goes into that. So that depends on you, on how you transform. Now, some of us started out with a real rough cocoon, and some of us didn't. However, some of us that didn't go have a real rough cocoon. Now, if you don't know what a cocoon is what the butterfly goes into, as a caterpillar goes into the cocoon and then transforms into a butterfly. The cocoon is that protective area that we should feel safe, to feel comfortable, to grow, change, and manifest. And I'm hearing a saw outside, which is driving me nuts. Hopefully it's not bothering you guys too much. It is me. Anyway. So that's where our cocoon is. Some of us didn't start out with that as a child or a toddler or a young adult. So we sort of got kerfuffled, and just sort of our mindset is different. So, and then some of us that actually started out with that, we grew up and we wanted our own mind, and sometimes our own decisions also made us go that way. So it's all about that. So the current energy, which has been probably the second time this week, is the bard. So the bard is a very creative, it's very imaginatory, and that's you guys. You guys, Cancers, are just that way. And so it's music and poetry and myth and history and enchantment of storytelling. And that's what it's about. Everybody has a story to tell. And Cancers are extremely creative, and they do have a really good imagination, very good in art, and very good in those kind of things. However, sometimes you guys have a pessimistic look on things, so you don't want to sort of look at the future or tell your story in a positive way. So, but this is a time to maybe start telling your story, be more creative. What is it that this week that you want to be creative at? Is it writing? Is it singing? Is it you've got a good idea that you want to project or do, or a new hobby or something, this is the time. But storytelling, you know, I love to tell stories. I guess they tell me I'm a good storyteller. However, you know, I'm beginning to write my book, and so that's where that is. So, future energy, and this I think will go in together with the Bard, is the spirit, integrity, and the connection to angelic realm. Okay, so when we're looking at that, we're looking at storytelling to make sure that anything that we do is done in the divine's energy, which is love and truth. And integrity is everything of the highest level. So you don't want to tell your story full of lies. You don't want to, you know, it's sort of like when dating happens and people want to impress somebody and they'll say something that really isn't true to do just to get their, boy, did I this ring a bell with somebody. Anyway, this, you know, to tell lies to make them look good, you know. That's where you're going to get caught up in that integrity. So if somebody's coming at you with that kind of energy, that's not the divine. That's bringing that cocoon into an area that it doesn't want to transform to a really healthy butterfly. Sometimes we meet people and we allow ourselves into that. Somebody, you know, allows themselves into low integrity, low vibrations, just because they look good. Woo, she's a hot mama, and she looks real good, and yeah. And so we get caught up in that rather than looking at the integrity of the person. You know, is she a loose booty 901? Is he a player? You know, that kind of a thing. So we have to really get caught up in who the person is, the integrity, the character of the person per se. All right. So let's see what the divine has for you guys. Magician, law of attraction. Yep. Okay. So remember, the middle of this is about this week. It's about transforming into what story you want to tell, what story you want to be remembered by. Thank you. They want to know how do you want to be portrayed if you weren't here anymore. So that is really, really I think the lesson is that the transformation is, what footprint do you want to leave? So you need to manifest that footprint to become that footprint. So if you are a person that, you know, just loves to help other people and you want to do that and help other people, definitely this is the story you need to manifest. Again, we manifest it. All right. But for somebody, remember I said there's a negative energy, a lower energy here. There is somebody who has that. So they're sort of stuck in this past. This cocoon is just, instead of getting ready to let the butterfly out and go, it's actually starting to shrivel. So imagine, you know, a nice little cocoon, really pretty, full, ready to get burst. Now imagine a cocoon that's starting to dry up and shrivel because they're living in the past and they're living in a negative energy. They're living in, oh, the woe is me, the victimization. Things are not going the way they should. You know, though they should have, you know, life should have been different. It's not fair. You know, I got left out in the cold. I got left abandoned. Rather than focusing in on this beautiful cocoon that could actually take you and have you fly, your cocoon is withering, and you know what? It's not going to go anywhere. Does that make sense? Don't know who that's for. However, there is reward sitting there waiting for you. So with the King of Pentacles, he's all about, you know, earthly wealth, earthly things. So you can have all this stuff and there's seeds being planted all over the place for you. You're just not seeing them. You're not seeing them at all. So with the seed is going to wither away. Thank you. So they're saying that you're given so many opportunities, but sometimes we can't hold on to that opportunity. Somebody's going to take it away from you because you're just not doing anything towards your growth in a higher nature, higher vibration, higher frequency, higher. So if you stay lower, yeah, somebody's going to take your man, take your girl that was meant for you away because you got stuck in your old ways. I'll tell you, with the full moon coming up in Virgo, you can't be stuck. It's going to be really hard to get unstuck, because there's going to be this pull of to the old. They want to stay in the old ways, the old mindset, the old everything. But that full moon is so powerful. There's going to be this internal conflict, but the Aquarian energy is going to have their hand on you, like, come on, let's go, let's get out of here. Let's get out of this cocoon. Let's become the butterfly. But there's going to be a part of you with this full moon that's just going to say, I'm comfortable here. I don't want to do anything. I don't want to grow. However, stay here and look what's coming. There's a messenger with the Page of Pentacles, and then you have the Three of Swords in the middle with the Knight coming straight for it. Straight for your heart. And that's what negativism does. It doesn't allow positive, healthy relationships to come in. Doesn't create stability. This could be for your job. This could be for your school. This could be for your work. This could be for your relationships. This could be for your family. Because a lot of the times when people get stuck in this negative, then they want to tell thank you. So the divine saying that this week's energy is about storytelling, but you know what? Stop gossiping. Because somebody's negative storytelling ends up being gossiping. And gossip is hurtful. Gossip is low energy, low vibrations, low. And so that is not a healthy storytelling way of doing things. And actually, it definitely separates you from spirit integrity and also divine energies and angelic energies. So lift yourself up, bring yourself up, do whatever it is that you have to do to fill that cocoon, so you can imagine that cocoon nice and full again, that you're trying to think positive, do things positive, do things more in a higher vibrational light. Surround yourself with light if you have to. Sit in the car by yourself if you have to. If you start getting negative, start getting low, start getting depressed, that's all earthly. That's all earthly thinking. You have to get more to that second dimensional thinking, which is not seen. Number one is first dimension is seen, earth. Second dimension is spirit. So, but spirit works in both, but you want to go to spirit, second dimensional, and that will lift you up. Not only that, you guys, I wish I could just jump inside you and show you how awesome it feels, is that your roller coasters are not going to happen anymore. Life is not going to go this way. It's going to go this way, and it's not going to matter as much, but you won't have this. If you go earth, this is what you get. If you go spirit, this is what you get. And sometimes nothing. And sometimes, ooh. Anyway, so we have I'm going to clarify here because we have the Justice. We have the Justice. So I am going to clarify here. Let me do a different deck to clarify. I don't like to clarify with the same deck. Some people do, but you know what? If it wanted to show me one of these cards, it's not. It can't. So, or he can't, or whoever's coming through can't. The World for the second time. Or is that on this one? No, I had the World last time. The World. The World, the World, the World, the World. Clarify the World, please. Clarify the World, please. 8 of Cups. Twice. So, what that means, at least in this case, and the way that I'm reading it, the Justice card doesn't usually come up unless there's like a legality of some type. I'm getting that somebody is this transformation is sort of stuck. Because, and you're manifesting this. This is something that someone is manifesting, and not in a really good way, because it's going to keep them stuck. Now, this is one energy, so don't say that this is all the energies. However, this has to do with their world. It has to do with everything about them. It has to do with the heart, because it's being hidden. So somebody is not sharing the full story of what should be told. So, for example, if you meet somebody new and you're like, "Oh, so where have you lived?" "Oh, I've lived all over the place." "Oh, really cool. So have I." "Well, where have you lived?" "I've lived in Oregon and Texas and da 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 da." And they're like, "Well, I've just been all around." Sort of vague and confusing, right? So that is the thing, is that it's trying to keep it hidden, keep their world hidden for whatever reason. Now, it's a red flag. So if you have that, they want to keep their world hidden because, one, they're scared like no tomorrow to tell you the truth, because you might run like no tomorrow. However, um, if they would just be honest and open, and if you did run, that's meant to happen. If you're not to run, then you're not supposed to happen. But the other thing is that, this person is like a little kid. It's like they're really fearful, but they're not telling the truth. So they're hiding part of their story. So be really mindful if you come into somebody that your energies are sort of saying, something 2 and 2 is just not adding up. Also, too, your pessimism will actually help you in this cancers for this, because you'll be able to begin to be more aware. And that's with the full moon too. We're going to have more clarity because of some of the other planets that are going on. It's going to become clear, because what looks as it should be is not. Did I say that right, or did that come out right? So anyway, so that's the thing. So manifesting, some people can manifest positive, some people can manifest negative, some people can manifest high vibrations, some people can manifest low, some people can manifest their low vibrations into a very high vibration, and some can manifest a high vibration into a low vibration. So it all depends on the mindset of the person and where it begins. Does it begin in the spirit, or does it begin in the mind? Because if you start your thinking process in the mind, that's earth. If you start your processing in your heart and your spirit, that is divine. Big difference on how the outcome is. I'll tell you 100%. All right. So the moon, or this justice energy that we clarified, is definitely somebody is not telling the truth. It's sort of a manipulative energy to get what they want. So if you're going through any paperwork like divorce, house, and you're going in with somebody else, any kind of legality paperwork, that it's a duo kind of a thing, really watch the T's and the I's being dotted. Really go over all the details, because something's hidden, and I don't get a good energy about this, that they're doing it for their own gain. So this is somebody's story that they can tell. It's sort of like somebody telling their story but pigging back off of you. So as a business owner, if I let somebody in and they don't do anything, but now I've always been successful no matter what I do. But the thing is, and success is different. Don't get me wrong. Not financially successful, but I'm successful in my life for what I believe success is. However, if somebody sees that I'm making a lot of money, and maybe they don't have a job, and it's like, oh, let's hook up with her, because you know what? Then we can be doing this together. However, I'm the one that created it and brought in the money, but they're piggying back off my success. Does that make sense? So this is sort of that energy. So if you have something like that in your life, be really, really careful about it. It's not a love energy. It is a manipulative energy, which is not the divine. And the way to transform out of this, I'm going to go back to this before I go to the moon energy, because this is what the divine is talking about. And this is why he's brought this up. The past decisions and choices, how you made it. Now is the time to transform to that butterfly and make that decision a higher energy. It's sort of like, as a lady, you know, if you're dating, a lot of the times men just want a booty call. Is just, if you are not one to go and lay on your back, then basically what you do is your second date, third date, they want a booty call. You're like, no. That is what I'm talking about. Stay to your highest integrity, because this is where you actually, the divine is checking you, the divine is testing you, the divine is seeing where you are ready to transform. So if you're going to lay on your back for every relationship, you're never going to have a good, positive, healthy relationship, because they're just using you. They're manipulating and not telling you everything to get you on your back. And then when you do get on your back, then they're gone. That could be the same for men too. They want to hook up with you, and the girl's gone. I mean, it happens both ways. However, it doesn't last. So begin to manifest your journey so that the story you can tell is one of a real high integrity. The other thing too is make sure that anything that you do in your storytelling, make sure that it is love and truth, and it will explode. It will, the divine will see that it's all done in love and truth, and you will have so many rewards from it. Very many rewards. Telling you, been there, done that. You don't want to go the other way. Whew, what a change in life I have had. What a journey. Anyway, so that's where that is. So be really, really careful. Be really mindful, because somebody's going to get hurt if they don't change that. All right, so let's get to the moon real quick and get the moon's energies. Full moon on the 27th. I need to get the energies for Cancer, please. The energies for Cancer. There's a message coming for one of you guys, though. I mean, this is a message. This is really bothering me. I don't know why it is, but I just hate seeing somebody get hurt when they don't have to. Because then what came up next was that Justice card, and that somebody's getting hurt. Somebody's trying to play somebody. Somebody is trying to play somebody, and they're all over it. They can see, they know how to work you, or you know how to work them. I don't see that that's, they know how to work you. Really, really be mindful this week. Really be mindful this week. Whoa. Yeah, okay. Yeah. This is going to be a tough one because of the full moon. So we got two cards in reverse. We have the making a choice. Not funny. He really did it again. But we're not making a choice. Somebody's stuck. Somebody is not making a choice. Whatever the decision is, manifest what you want. You got to manifest this. Manifest what you want. So somebody's having a rough time making a decision. This is the full moon energy. And it seems like it's coming apart, because if it was coming apart, it would be an upright, but it's coming in reverse. So it's coming together, but you got to make a decision. But the only way you're going to do that is heal. Heal, heal, heal. And the only way that you can heal, 8, and that's 2, and it's going to bring unity. The number 2 in numerology is going to bring unity. It's going to bring something together. Again, I can't make that up. They're so funny. So the number 2 is going to be bringing it together. And then you have, that's in reverse though. And the in reverse, it was the number 10. Upright, it's 1, new beginnings. You have new beginnings, guys. New beginnings. But you have to heal. But you also have to let the divine guide. That is so hard to go from an earth mind to a spiritual mind. It is extremely hard because you got to let go of so much. However, if you do that, your life changed 180. I am the living story. So you guys could do that. So that's the full moon. Big full moon. If you want to watch the full moon energy, definitely, like again, I'll do the astrology. I'll do a reading. What I usually do is I talk about the full moon, what's going on with the planets and everything, and then I go into a reading. And if you want to ask questions, you can. So if you'd like to do that on the 26th, just subscribe, hit the bell, because I'm not quite sure what time I'm going to do that yet. Divine hasn't shared with me what's going on that day, so I need to go in meditation and ask him about that. So I hope this is a good reading for you. I hope it wakes you up. It's all about awakenings this month. A lot of awakenings, a lot of spiritual awakenings, a lot of changes, a lot of choices, a lot of new decisions for you guys. And be really careful if somebody's around trying to manipulate you. If you feel that little intuition, like, are you playing me? They probably are. So be really mindful of that energy if it pops up in you, or you hear something that says, you know what, they're playing you. So just really pay attention to that. You don't need that in your life. Very low vibrational. Whoop, off to the side. Bye bye. All right, you guys. See you next month, March already. So we'll see you on the 1st, and I hope you have a great week. Take care.